It haunts me.
All right, and our first map will be Last Refuge. Here, starting in the bottom left, it is HawK.
His opponent in the yellow, playing Night Elf from South Korea, LawLiet.
All right, Tavern Hero, Beastmaster, you thinking? Pretty standard, I suppose, on Last Refuge. It's been played almost every game, I want to say, but we have seen more Keeper at times on this map, at times maybe even Warden, but Beastmaster, probably pretty standard, right?
Yeah, on this map, it's usually the go-to. I'm actually a little surprised to see Last Refuge not being vetoed, because statistically, for a while, it has been the worst map for human, whereas Northern has been the best map for human against Elf. So usually you see these two vetoes very early, but this matchup is so weird in that it's very player dependent. Like we've seen some players veto Echo Isle, for example, and some of them actually pick it. So it's like kind of all over the place. But yeah, Beastmaster usually here the hero of choice. And it's for HawK to try and... You almost want a hard counter in that, like, if you don't go for the Mercenary Camp instantly and it's a Beastmaster, you're kind of in trouble. So I expect him to go for the Mercenary Camp first. And then LawLiet, if he wants to do something crazy, he could buy a Panda and rush over. We've seen Foggy do that in the past sometimes.
For sure.
But then you can just disengage as the human. So there's already like so many mind games with the creep route and all of that going into the game.
Yeah, there's a ton of different strategies, and I love that you mentioned the Panda. That's been more and more common. We saw Foggy also do it a ton, and LawLiet has done it as well. So there's a lot of different strats for both sides. There's also at human at tier 2, there's different approaches. Some go 2 barracks rifles, some will go for the 2 sanctums, sometimes mortar teams, sometimes not. Sometimes they'll just tank them if you're SOC. So the Wisp goes for the detonate, doesn't land on the Archmage or the water elemental that wasn't yet summoned, and there's the Beastmaster. I suppose sometimes you'll have straight harass with Cool Beast, but I do think creeping for the Beastmaster is a better approach here.
Yeah, the whole point of Beastmaster on this map is that like you can creep pretty easily to level 3, get your own mercenaries, and set up your expo and defend it really well without having to rely on the Keeper, which later on in the game, you know, will fall off a little bit. And the current meta of human against elf, you almost never go mount tanking second. So if you don't go mount tanking, Stampede could actually come in really handy, right? Like the main heroes that we see as second is usually going to be between Blood Mage and Panda for human. And if you do that, you have no interrupt against Stampedes. That could end up getting scary later on in the game.
Yeah, and you know, you may say at times it wouldn't Beastmaster fall off when there is Dispel, but not really, because the Beastmaster levels so quickly when it is a solo hero. You get that bear level 3, and then it takes like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many Dispels? It takes a ton to get rid of that bear, so infinite pretty much.
And remember, they don't work either.
Yeah, exactly.
Useful. Yeah, especially even for the mercenaries, like the bear level 2 requires so many abolishes, as opposed to the trance, which are very easy to get out of there if you get for double Forest Troll Shadow Priest. So HawK, on this map, for the longest time, I've seen him go for Mercamp first, then expanding. And then now the question is, how aggressive does he want to play? Does he want to try and commit to cancelling the expo of LawLiet, which will certainly be there. We have no tech yet.
Yeah, it's very, very fast tech. The items, hard to say who they're favoring. The belt, obviously not what you're going to look for that Archmage, but the Lionhorn is going to be excellent for whatever you're going for on the side of LawLiet. Level 3 on the Archmage, wards can be nicely used. There's not too many paths to go down on this map, and the Tavern with the ward there now will give a ton of vision for the next couple of minutes, and it would just be 2 base right off the bat, and LawLiet continues to creep past level 3, just looking to play a macro game, but he is in quite the nice defensive position to stop HawK from potentially getting a cancel on that Tree of Life.
Whoa, what is...
Oh my god, what are those wisps
going on? With those wisps here. LawLiet, is he up to something a little cheeky?
Does he have a Hunter's Hall?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
It's not like he could go for APs. He might just attack and do a mass detonate against Water Elementals and Shadow Priest, because then the bears are going to steamroll, because he has Quill Boar level 2.
Right. Yeah, this could be very, very strong. I like the early Wisp pull because he's delaying the tech anyway, going for that Tree of Life. Might as well build some extra Wisps and use them. The bash immediately on the Footman. That's really nice. So much damage taken. No defend, of course, yet. It's going to be quite a ways away. Detonate just straight up on the Archmage, and now trying to go for that Priest, but we'll just settle for that Archmage, and yeah, the Militia come in, but this is just so much damage already from LawLiet. The double bear, when it is on the field, it does so much.
They're trying to get on top of these mercenaries here. If you can kill those, that's so much experience. We see the Beastmaster is actually ahead right now experience-wise compared to the Archmage with 3.5, 3.7 immediately upon killing this mercenary here. HawK is in trouble. He's trying to retreat back to his main base. At least, you know, it's not closed wall, so he can send Militia in, but that's going to delay his tech even more. Whereas the tech of LawLiet already started now.
Yeah, this has been really nicely done. The positioning on those bears, getting the bashes consistently, killing that berserker, killing a footman, and now the militia are suffering as well. And that already delayed tech is going to be even more so. And there's really just no answer right now. Another bash on the footman. There's just no answer. He's just kind of killing him here. He could even go towards the expansion if he wants to do even more damage. And the Beastmaster has 75 mana still to boot.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for level 4.
Yeah.
Which is very close to. A knowledgeable observer pointing that out. Well done.
Oh my god, he levels up. Now 115 mana. That means another bear. There's a second bear. Is he just beating him in 6 minutes right now? I don't know how you defend at this stage.
And looking at this game here, this is why usually you would see this map vetoed. I'm actually a little bit surprised, like I said, that HawK didn't go for this veto. It's so difficult to deal with this style. If you look at what he did, it's like HawK didn't really make like big mistakes. Maybe he fought a little, like he should have just ran to his main immediately. He should have really respected that army a little more than he did. At the Expo, I think he had an arcane tower. But yeah, he fought a lot. I mean, we're talking like it's already over. It's not that far apart in supply. But yeah, that Beastmaster, when I look at the experience bar, I'm getting worried for HawK because once you get bear level 3, you just spam those into the peasant lines and you just kill peasants all over the place all the time. And then you're just going to be in such control here as LawLiet.
This is so rough. Yeah, and LawLiet needs to back up to heal now, but in the meantime, he could just go creep one camp, maybe a shop, get level 5, could be a Scroll to Beast, greater mana, and then with that level 5 Beastmaster, he's just going to run across the map. Okay, the Priest lives, and that could even turn around and get rid of a Water Elemental for even more experience. Yeah, I doubt HawK at this point is going to be able to stop that level 5 Beastmaster. The Priest eventually goes down, but another Footman traded. No, not a lot of denies so far.
Yeah.
HawK, really.
I think that Troll Priest should have been a deny here. Yeah. It's very clearly going to die. But not the end of the world. Tree of Ages about to complete, whereas Keep only now started. So a whole tech ahead here for LawLiet, who can easily go into lores, pick whatever second hero. We've seen a lot of Naga actually with this style, but I think now he's so far ahead, like I wouldn't even mind a Panda. I think Panda would be amazing here for him to go into. And you know, it does go for the Naga. I mean, either, to be honest, it feels like he's about to finish this game here with this attack. It's going to be so hard for HawK to defend, which, speaking of, he doesn't have defend yet. Oh my god, he lost so much mining time on Lumber that he couldn't afford it lumber-wise, I think, maybe earlier.
Yeah, it's going to be another 30 seconds. That's a ton of time for the Quill Beast to wreak havoc. And the Berserker double Priest now. The Water Elementals, as long as those Priests have mana, are not going to see any value at all. Forced into an Ogre Mauler, you know it's always dire straits when you need to go for that Ogre Mauler because it's just not the best unit later on, but it will be good against the archers for now. A tower is being attempted in the main base, militia trying to flank. If HawK can hold here, he can maybe stabilize, especially with the defend now kicking in, but it's still difficult. The bear at least is killed, another archer going to go down, so HawK might be holding on.
He just denied both perfectly. Did you see that, the archer? That was actually sick. I think LawLiet doesn't even need to push here. The better thing to do might be to just get both merchants and then just level up a bunch to get those big consumables. And once you have bears, that's when you start pushing in. Against a late tech human like this, it's going to be very hard for HawK to have sorceresses and breakers on time to defend.
Right. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't already go for one of those shops when he picked up the Naga. I think maybe he felt he could do a lot more damage within that defend kicking in. Maybe surprise LawLiet a little bit, the Priest being focused, but will be microed away. And yeah, without all those denies, another deny there, this Archmage would have been level 4 a lot earlier, so he would have had probably another Water Elemental right now. The Bash Bear comes in. A lot of bashes. It seems like LawLiet has gotten a ton of bashes so far, but I suppose just very good control on that bear, always in the perfect position. Another Footman falls, level 5 on the Beastmaster. Still difficult for HawK to hold.
I'm surprised LawLiet's playing this aggro here, but I think he's just seeing that HawK's struggling to even stay alive in the game.
Right.
And as those Dryads and Bears start coming in, LawLiet's just going to be so far ahead. I mean, this Bear, the Bear level 3, you just can't get rid of. You need too many dispels.
And he's sticking around in such a way that maybe he thought he could get some Sanctum cancels, but I believe they're being built at the expansion right now along with that Blacksmith, so no chance for a cancel unless he moves over there. There are the Sanctums, so they'll be safe, so the Priest will be on the way soon enough, but like we mentioned earlier, HawK's going to need like 4 of those to get rid of these Bears.
Yeah, no tower in the main base. That was actually sniped, looks like. That belt was a big problem for HawK. I think he should have gone to the merchants, sold that, and bought double circlets. Like recently, I played Johnny Cage on this map, and he got like some useless item, maybe like Rune Bracer or maybe belt, and he just sold it and bought double circlet in its place. It's kind of salvages because like belt did What does it give you on an Archmage? You have extra hit points.
Yeah.
But you don't care. Your Archmage never getting targeted. You just need extra damage at any cost, even if it's +4.
Yeah.
You might just be like, oh, it's only +4. No, actually, it's pretty good.
And more mana too, an extra water elemental here and there. And
Yeah.
the priests were being killed on both sides. So yeah, and it comes down to the Archmage to carry in these early games because the footmen just die one after the next. Okay, Creepjack, but the shop was already fully taken. Greater heal on the Naga, double heal scroll also purchased. Double Chimera Roost comes in. LawLiet is, I think, having a little bit of fun, but he loses a bear, and the fun could be ending if he gets a too cocky here, potentially.
He's so confident. He's one of those showboaters, you know? Like, if he starts getting ahead, he's going to meme a little bit here and there. Like, if this was a 100% serious game, I don't think he would do this, but now he's just so far ahead. He's like, I can goof around a little bit. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, and his economy is cooking. He's got 1,000 gold, all the production on hands right now, and you know he's gonna go straight up to 80 supply. Greater heal gonna be popped there. The Mountain King probably gonna die if a town portal is not passed, and the Beastmaster on his way to level 6. And yes, there's the Mountain King to deal with the Stampede, but he's soon to be dead to the next blink from that bear.
Players' forces are under attack.
Who's the hunter now? Mountain King gets erased away from this game. It's going to have to be restarted immediately. And yeah, HawK, honestly, I don't even think he's killed that much the whole game and actually gain experience because that was just denied all over the place from LawLiet, even on summons.
Yeah. Yeah, there really was only those initial units, the couple of archers, the double priest, the berserker. That's what he did all this damage with, and the Beastmaster, of course. Okay, double Chimera on the way, bears as well. And honestly, from HawK's point of view, you wouldn't even guess Chimeras were on the way. It wouldn't even be a thought in your mind. You'd be thinking, okay, the bears are rallying in, double lore, very, very standard, maybe a fairy dragon or two. But when he sees these Chimeras, he's got a couple rifles, but he doesn't have the answer yet.
I actually think he could have blocked the...
Oh my god.
The Beastmaster. Oh my god.
It ate the way through so the Naga lived. Unreal from LawLiet.
I think he could have killed the Naga because there was a peasant building the tower. He could have moved that up and blocked everything, even the TP transfer. But unfortunately, that gets away. And now Rejuve's coming into play. Those Bear Master, they arrive with double Rejuve available for whatever's injured. The Ancient of Forest in the main base. What is this?
Oh my god.
The forest is alive, Carson.
Yeah, this is, you know, there's a strategy on ladder where somebody would build an ancient war, eat through the trees, and then kill all my burrows. I don't think that's happening here, but definitely LawLiet is styling right now. He's killing everything. The bears are cleaning up the casters.
The chimps are on the way.
Here they come. They're coming across the map. Oh my god. Well, HawK might just GG what he's
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to stick around. Stampede is there.
Oh my god.
As soon as he has the mana. Goes for a bear instead. And that's why, by the way, he went for Mountain King, which is less useful in the first place. Like, it takes a while. You know, you would want to get him level 3, but he only went Mountain King because he was worried about Stampede getting there eventually.
Yeah.
So that made his situation even worse against actual units that were attacking him.
All right, no hidden chims.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh my god, and pretty good against Militia, these magic damage dealers. And there's the GG 1-0 from LawLiet in possibly the most dominant game we've seen so far in this tournament.
Yeah, that was extremely one-sided. Confidence the whole time. Just applied tremendous amount of pressure and great decision-making and micro in those fights. Like, those denies were super on point. Like, it's very rare you see a game where, you know, you have exclamation mark deny after exclamation mark deny, but that was one of those.
Yeah, very, very nicely done there. And we'll see if HawK can pull it back in game 2. But for now, I believe we're going to go into a short break, let the players get ready. And, okay, we'll do that in a second. But, yeah, I think we've got some replays to go. And then, yeah, really, really hope that HawK can pull it together, man. Because this was just, I mean, what do you even replay? Just the bears killing everything, I guess? Is that, yeah, oh, look, footman dying. Oh, look, here comes,
it's not a replay. It's like a slaughter highlight of the human days.
Yeah.
Look, like there's corpses everywhere.
Okay, level 5. Yeah, that's there's so many bashes. I felt like I really felt like it was an absurd amount.
I thought I was watching the Game of Thrones battle for a second.
Yeah, it was just, and it looked like a pure standard game from LawLiet, but then he had so much economy from the beginning of the game. Really, what do you think the biggest mistake from HawK was? Was it not maybe being more aggressive, going for that cancel in the early game? Could he go for that expansion cancel?
I think he's just fought in the bad position. He should have just had 2 Arcane Towers maybe and just walked back them. But I think the mistake is just not letting Last Refuge go through because the games often look like this.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the second map is after a short break. See you in a minute.
The DreamHack WarCraft Free Championship is brought to you by Norton Gaming and Coinbase.
And we are back. Okay, so that was little bit one-sided, to say the least, but hopefully HawK can pull it back. Hopefully he keeps his composure. He doesn't get maybe a little bit tilted, but someone with his experience, I think he'll have a strong mindset going into game 2.
A little bit one-sided. You're so politically correct. LawLiet grabbed HawK and threw him in a garbage bin. He dumpstered him.
He did dumpster him, absolutely. If ever we could use that term, I think it's now.
All right, let's see if Autumn Leaves goes any different here. Starting in bottom left-hand side of the map, playing as the red human from Russia, it's HawK.
And in the upper right, the absolute dominator, apparently, it is LawLiet. Okay, there's an altered this time, but I do think LawLiet does like to play Warden sometimes on this map, although I doubt with that Ancient War positioning he's going to be looking like a Keeper.
Yeah, with that creep route, looks like Keeper's Trade Expo most likely. Very common on this map. There's always those little battles, I feel like in particular in Human Against Elf, where it's creep route versus creep route, and you're really trying to adjust to what you think the opponent's going to be. And yeah, we do see an Archmage and a Keeper on the other side. So the question is going to be for HawK, what does he creep first, with the altar being a little bit more towards the right-hand side? I mean, of course, he could creep straight Expo anyway, but there is a chance he does the small green camp, slightly on the right-hand side of his main base. Shop first also was a thing for some time, but I think nowadays it kind of feels like the meta is shifting away from like creep-heavy routes. You will either do Expo first or Expo second against Elf a lot of the time, because if you don't play aggressive like early on after expanding, then you're letting the opponent creep to level 3 as well, which makes things very tricky against the Keeper level 3, just entangling you to death.
For sure. Yeah, and I think a big question also for HawK is, if he does go for that Expo, will he go for the bottom right or will he go for the closer one? Because, of course, with the creep route LawLiet's doing, it tends to be he'll grab the item on his Keeper and then try to run across and get level 2, ideally off a Peasant or off a Footman, maybe off a Wisp Detonate on a Water Elemental. So, okay, HawK's going to go for his green first. We'll see if he builds a 4th farm at all. That would generally indicate he's going to go creep heavy, but I do agree with you that I think going for the 3 farm, very fast expansion is the best way to do it.
He's trying to steal. Oh my god, that was close. That was so close. That Footman almost got it. He tried to get a Trant, didn't get that either. I think HawK is the natural expansion guy, like the one above his main. I don't think he takes the corner one. That's more Stock and Chemico that will do that a lot.
For sure. And it seems as though you're right. He's going to go towards that close, natural. Pulls it. The Militia are there. The Keeper actually creeping a little bit heavier than we tend to see on this map. LawLiet going to go up to the green camp as well. So both players going to be level 2. Detonate there on the Water Elemental. A little bit more experience for the Keeper. Could we see LawLiet maybe just go to his upper left? We've seen that from him before. Immediate upper left creep as his 3rd camp, and then just expand there as well.
Yeah, LawLiet's doing the conservative tree here. I kind of like that because, you don't get level 2 immediately there, so you want it to be a little safer. And we see HawK moving in a position where he's looking to deny that tree. LawLiet fully ready. He's going to go for the counter-attack immediately, so he knows that if HawK runs to where the tree is, which he doesn't know where it is exactly, maybe it'd get the cancel, but also he'd probably lose 5 peasants in the meantime, which would be more beneficial for LawLiet because then he can just cancel the tree and remake it immediately. So HawK has to go back and defend. Careful not to lose too many hit points actually on that Footman here as well. His archers will take that out pretty quick.
So there's a ton of mana on this Keeper, so there's the first set now of Treants in, but there's going to be 2, 3 more even probably later on. The Peasants so far have been pretty well microed. One's finally going to go down, but there's going to be at least 3, I feel, going down. The expansion positioning, I think it was kind of cool because it's away from the trees, so it forces LawLiet to go all the way around. But is there no way to sort of SimCity it to protect the Peasants a bit more here?
No, I think not really, because any of those trees on the left-hand side here can become Treants. So then it's not like you can do like against Undead, where you tuck the Peasants in and then you wall off around them. So it's a lot about just moving the Peasants out of harm's way, landing some denies on the ones that are going to die, because there is always going to be some that are going to die. If he can force a town portal, actually, HawK That would be pretty amazing. LawLiet just steps outside of the shooting area of the Archmage just on time to be able to make it out here.
Yeah,
he's almost level 3.
There, and he probably, if he had one of those better items, probably would have forced that TP or gotten the kill even. Yeah, that, and he was what, 2.1 before that harass? That must have been 7 peasants, something
Yeah, there
like
was
that.
no denies, I think.
Yeah.
That's the big mistake there. Because now he can just creep the small green or whatever's left of it and get. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's all of it. Yeah, that's going to be an easy level 3, which means Entangle level 2. And HawK, knowing that LawLiet pullback, is likely also to creep at least the camp. Great anticipation. He goes for his own merchant.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, this is going to be rough because now HawK's, although he's going to be level 3 as well, there's not really any potential for counter pressure because LawLiet's close to the Moonwoes. He's undoubtedly going to go back and get full mana. And then Entangle level 2, like you mentioned, the Footmen just die. And yes, it's all right for HawK to lose Footmen. That's what they're for. They're for buying time and keeping his expansion safe. But really, if he goes across the map right now, he's going to lose the few that he has.
Yeah, that Entangle here really meant to reduce the Footman count as much as possible, make the elf life easier. I mean, you're always going for quite a few archers here, so everything you have is piercing. He's even going to buy the mercenary he's here to siege with, looks like.
It's really nicely done. Love to see Night Elves doing that more and more on this map. And 5 archers and double Mercs, level 3 keeper. Even went level 2 Treants as well to pressure more. The tower's going to be killed. He accidentally misclicks and doesn't repair the tower right away. He clicked past the tower. Now the Arcane's down. Oh, this is a disaster for HawK because now the Treants can just rain. He entangles the Water Elemental so that there's no answer right now for this army that's looking huge from LawLiet.
Yeah, there's even 2 Abolish available. You might be waiting for the next Water Elemental to pop up, and then as soon as it comes out, you immediately use those Treants, wreaking havoc inside the expansion of HawK. Tier 2 is almost finished for LawLiet. He's about to buy a second hero. Those Footmen should have been there this whole time. They should not have been on the other side of the map here, for whatever reason. He needed those to defend.
Yeah, maybe HawK didn't quite realize how strong LawLiet was going to be here with the Treants level 2 and with the Mercenary pulls. Oh, could be a 5-unit surround there, but HawK never really tends to go for those fancy plays. There's the Naga, and now this pressure. Man, this could be a really short series. Does HawK have an answer? There's no defend completed or even on the way. It's a 60-second upgrade. This is looking dire again.
Yeah, he needs like militia right now. The thing is, his lumber is not even that good. He's already kind of lacking on that front. Shop wasn't there yet. Archmage is in danger. He's gonna have to start running away. He's trying to land a surround. I don't think that. I mean, that's a mistake here. Unless you can somehow get it, but he won't be allowed to get it.
Oh, level 4. Now he's got the mana for Entangle. That's a forced Town Portal. No way you can staff out. HawK, do you realize? Okay, Town Portal's out. But to the expansion, and there's no way out of here. Look at the triangle positioning. No. It's just dead.
No.
It's just dead. And that's a 2-0 from LawLiet with, what, 2 7-minute games? He almost milked it in the first game to make it a little longer, but that was a dumpster. Dumpstering. Is that what we're calling it? Yeah.
A dumpster fire for series.
There we go.
Should have stayed away from that one.